I am so excited because I'm going to be doing a reaction. I'm going to be reading, I don't know like what exactly to call this, but I'm going to be reading the extended version of Verity by Colleen Hoover. This is the new release of Verity that she just put out with an exclusive new chapter. And thank you to my best friend. She let me borrow this and I am going to read the exclusive new chapter, or whatever you want to call it. And I am so excited. I read Verity for the first time, I feel like, I think it was like February of 2022. So it's been a while now. And it was my first Colleen Hoover book that I ever read. And I would say that it's either the most intense or one of the most intense Colleen Hoover books. I feel like maybe I might want to talk about spoilers in this video only because Verity is just so intense. Like I want to talk to someone about it. Like I want to have a convo with you guys about Verity because holy crap. Yeah, I remember my best friend who got this edition let me borrow the original Verity and she was like, just buckle up, like get ready because it's intense. Yeah, she was not wrong. I will say that I was thoroughly impressed by Colleen Hoover's writing in that book, especially since it was my first Colleen Hoover book. I had no idea what to expect and wow, it delivered in a way that I did not expect. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who have not read Verity, I wanted to read the synopsis really quick. Lowen Ashley is a struggling writer on the brink of financial ruin when she accepts the job offer of a lifetime. Jeremy Crawford, husband of best-selling author Verity Crawford, has hired Lowen to complete the remaining books in a successful series his injured wife is unable to finish. Lowen arrives at the Crawford home, ready to sort through years of Verity's notes and outlines, hoping to find enough material to get her started. What Lowen doesn't expect to uncover in the chaotic office is an unfinished autobiography Verity never intended for anyone to read. Page after page of bone-chilling admissions, including Verity's recollection of the night her family was forever altered. Lowen decides to keep the manuscript hidden from Jeremy, knowing its contents would devastate the already grieving father. But as Lowen's feelings for Jeremy begin to intensify, she recognizes all the ways she could benefit if he were to read his wife's words. After all, no matter how devoted Jeremy is to his injured wife, a truth this horrifying would make it impossible for him to continue loving her. Yeah. That's all I have to say is yeah. Let's go ahead and read the exclusive new chapter and I will give you my thoughts on it. I am so stinking excited. I've had this for a few days now and I've just been waiting to film this video because I thought it would be a really fun little video to do. So here we go. I honestly don't even know where to begin here. I didn't think that it could get any more disturbing, but it did. Not gonna lie, I feel a little sick to my stomach right now. That was intense. Here's the thing, is like, objectively, it's written really well. I think it's written to make you feel those emotions, to make you feel that disturbed, sick, like knot in your stomach kind of feeling. I mean, Colleen Hoover definitely successfully accomplishes that task in this book. This is going to be a little bit of a spoiler if you haven't read it, but the way that Lowen kind of deals with Verity's death is really sad and like it's quite hard to read. The comparison and the scorekeeping and the lack of confidence and the self-talk that Lowen has is really, it's hard to read, and it just made me extremely sad because I don't think that that's an unrealistic perspective. It was just intense because like I feel like I'm having trouble articulating what I'm feeling about this book right now, but I feel like it was a little bit hard to read because the negative self-talk I feel like it's sadly realistic to a lot of people. I think a lot of people suffer that way. I mean, Verity is, I would classify it as like an explicit book, so then of course there was more explicit scenes in the extended chapter that were, I don't know if it's just been a while since I read Verity, but for some reason, maybe this is just not accurate because it's been since February that I read the actual novel, but it almost felt more intense. And I didn't love that. I did not love that part of it. I mean, I think Colleen Hoover does a great job of giving you anxiety during this last chapter, because that is definitely what I was feeling the entire time. The fact, like, it genuinely was like so disturbing that there was again, spoiler, that Jeremy killed another woman because he felt like she was a liability. That just is so messed up, and it's so like, it makes you rethink the rest of the story and like what role does he play in the messed up story of Verity, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of made me go back and kind of reflect on the rest of the story, being like, huh, like if Jeremy is willing to murder two essentially innocent women, the extended chapter, she was definitely innocent, but like Verity was mostly innocent or probably innocent. The fact that my camera battery died. So, honestly, I don't really remember the last thing I was saying. Probably something about Jeremy being a terrifying murderer or something like that. But anyway, I don't know if maybe like just my overall perspective on Verity has changed, because I remember like enjoying the book and the kind of creepiness of it a lot more when I first read it, but I don't know, maybe this chapter was just too much for me, and now it just kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth. I'm not really sure, but I think overall Verity, or books like Verity, I don't think are going to be on my reading list moving forward. That's not why I read. I read because I want to be transported. I want to like connect with really amazing characters. I want to get to know stories, and that doesn't mean that there aren't gonna be bad things that happen to the characters that I love, or that there aren't gonna be some, you know, disturbing things that happen or whatever, because that's the thing that can connect you to characters. But I just think that this level of disturbing is just not my vibe, and I think that I probably just should have left Verity where it was. But maybe not, because maybe this gave me more perspective that I really just don't enjoy it. This type of writing, and I've enjoyed a couple of other Colleen Hoover books, but yeah, I don't think Verity is my vibe. I don't think it's for me. I wouldn't recommend it to most people. And yeah, so I think overall, like, I was really curious to read the exclusive chapter, so for that fact, I'm glad I read it because I knew that my curiosity would not dissipate until I read it. So I read it, I got it over with. Can't necessarily say I'm glad that I did, but yeah. So kind of a weird little video. Not what I thought my reaction was going to be, but it's honest, it's how I feel. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to put it out there because this is like getting a lot of hype right now with the new exclusive chapter and everything like that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this weird little video. If you've read Verity, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions. Please comment down below. I'd love to have a chat with you, or go over to my Instagram and we can chat about it over there. Either way, I would love to know your guys' thoughts on Verity. If you guys have read Verity, if you guys have read the new chapter, both, neither, what your thoughts are, just in general, I'd love to know. Overall, as weird as this video was, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I will see you in my next one. Happy reading. Bye.